has anybody ever been to AA or NA before? So I raised my hand. He was like, so what do you think of it? I was like, it didn't work. I was like, oh, you did all 12 steps? I was like, well, no. I've never done all 12, dude. That's a lot. Like, I did the first three. He's like, then you've never done the 12 steps. He's like, start working the steps, see if it works. The AA literature's dope, dude. Like, if you're a real deal Holyfield drug addict, alcoholic like myself, um, the AA book is fire, dude. Like, I started reading that. And I was like, dude, who wrote my autobiography? Like, this thing is completely about me. And so the fact that they wrote all that in the 30s and it's still relevant to us dope fiends today, it's fire, dude. So it's
That's
become
when it
my
was
new
written.
Bible. Yeah, dude. So AA was invented in the 30s, and then NA was invented in the 50s. And so, and I always think like before the 1930s, being an alcoholic must have been so fucking lonely. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just go, yeah, you're an alcoholic. And you go, oh, what do I do about it? They go, I guess drink. I
Just
don't
drink
know.
every day after
Yeah,
work.
just drink yourself to death, dude. That's all you can do.
Go home and yell at your kids.
Yeah, go beat your wife some more, dude. He'll be like the Angela's Ashes guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but after the 30s, it was like, hey, if you just do these 12 pretty simple things, it can like basically cure you. Like, I remember the first AA group I went to, the guy was like, has anybody ever been to AA or NA before? So I raised my hand. He was like, so what do you think of it? I was like, it didn't work. I was like, oh, you did all 12 steps? I was like, well, no. I've never done all 12, dude. That's a lot.
It's
Like, I
so
did the
many
first three.
steps.
Yeah, I was like, I did the first three. He's like, then you've never done the 12 steps. He's like, start working the steps, see if it works. And so the first three are all about like, you admit that you're powerless over drugs or alcohol and that your life has become unmanageable, right? Sitting in a prison, pretty obviously, my life's become unmanageable, right? The second one is come to believe that there's a power greater than yourself, right? I believe in God, easy for me. And then that you give your will and your life over to that God as you understood him. And so those three is pretty much, you can do those in a second, right?
Yeah.
You think you're fucked, you believe there's a God, you believe God can unfuck you. But the fourth step is where you write down all the things that you've done wrong and all the things that have been done wrong to you. So it's like you make a fearless a searching, fearless moral inventory of yourself. And so once I was like, oh wait, I gotta write down all the fucked up shit that I've done. I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a piece of shit, dude. I started working it, and like just the stuff with my son's mom, I was like, dude, no wonder why she left me, dude. Like, I was a horrible significant other, dude. Like, you can't cheat on them every other week and then expect them to stay. But like, what it does is it shows you like all the shit you're resentful for, right? Like, I've been resentful to my son's mom for leaving me for years now, for about 14 years now, where I'm like, how could that bitch? She said she'd be with me forever. And then you take out their part, right? So they just imagine they don't even have to say they're sorry, right? Whatever their part was is them. What was your part in it? And I was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, I would never quit drugs. I didn't provide. I cheated on her with everybody I could. Makes sense why she left. You know what I mean? So then
That's
it
really
takes it
cool.
to where it's like, yeah, it is really cool. Like, it's a
It allows you to take a step back and stop looking at it from a first person view and be like, okay, what is the actual situation? You like
yeah.
take
So
stock from a 30,000 foot view.
100%. So they say like drug addiction and alcoholism, like the drugs and alcohol aren't your problem, right? So like I never had a problem with drugs and alcohol. I was pretty good at it, right? My problem is a me thing. It's a disease of self-centeredness, right? I'm always looking at it like, why me, poor me. If everybody else would just listen to what I say to do, everything would work out perfectly. But instead of just me being like, yeah, my dad wouldn't let me move back in because I would steal all his shit. You know, instead of me feeling sorry for myself because my dad won't let me move back in, I should probably be like, I should probably stop stealing his shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
so it helps you kind of see life
Yeah.
from other perspectives. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking dope. Pretty cool.
So how does it progress after that through like 5 through 12? What do those look like?
All right, so 4 is you write down all the fucked up shit, right? Like, they say that's the step where the magic starts happening, right? Like, that's you putting in the work. So you're bringing all the toxic shit in your system up to the surface. The fifth step is you tell another human being and God the exact nature of your wrongs. So you have to. It's almost like a confession for Catholics. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go. You gotta go to another person and God and go. This is what I've done, right?
Interesting.
And it brings it to light because a lot of like I know all the fucked up shit I've done, but until I say it out loud to somebody else, it's almost like it's not real, right?
Yeah, there's 100% something about saying it
Yeah,
out
and
loud.
admitting it, admitting your
Yeah.
guilt. You know what I mean? And so, and then 6 and 7 and 8 are so like you tell somebody the exact nature of your wrongs. You make a list of all the people you've hurt. You ask God to remove all your shortcomings. And then the ninth step is where you go and you make an amends. So, like with my son's mother, dude, I got a lot of amends to make with her, right? And so, even though, okay, I realize what I've done wrong and why she left me, now I have to go to her and be like, hey, sorry I slept with your sister. Sorry, you know what I mean? Sorry I wouldn't quit doing drugs. Sorry,
Yeah.
and then you have to go, is there anything I could do to make this right? Because like apologizing, those are just words.
Yeah.
But like when you go to somebody and you go, look, I did this, I recognize that I've done this. How can I make this right? Even if they say there's nothing you can do, I'll never forgive you. I've done my part. And they call it cleaning up your side of the street. Right.
Mhm.
Now, if they allow you to make, to do something, if they go, all right, well, then you can never cheat on me again. Cool. That's you making an amends. The hard one's like it for money. You know what I mean? Like if you stole money from somebody and you got to go to them and be like, hey, I apologize for stealing that $500 from you. What can I do to make this right? If they say, pay me double, you know what I mean? Pay me $1,000 and I'll forgive you. Part of the 12 steps is you got to figure out a way to pay them that $1,000. So
Wow.
Wow.
You you clean up your side of the street. You cleanse your spirit of like, okay, all those bad deeds that I've done are washed away now, right? So it's clearing your sins or whatever. And then 10 and 11 are like now that you've cleansed everything. The 10th step is like at the end of the day, you look back and go, all right, what did I do wrong today? Is there anybody that I owe an apology to right away? Is there any kind of animosity or like resentments that I'm holding against somebody that I need to clear up? Like if somebody wrongs me, when you hold that shit in, it becomes a resentment. And so instead of letting it build up to that, you go to that person, you go, hey, I don't appreciate that you did this. And then you give them the chance to make an amends to you type thing. And then 11th step is like, what is the 11th step? 11th step is like oh yeah, you take the message to other alcoholics or other addicts. So then you like become a sponsor and you go and you help somebody else that's just getting into the program. And then the 12th step is having it like it's the having had a spiritual awakening, you repeat all these steps over and over again. So like you think that you do the 12 steps and you're done, you're good. No. You have to keep doing them like fucking daily. But the fourth step, like to get it started, you have to start from the very beginning. And so like that's the hardest one. Fourth step through ninth step is like the meat of the sausage. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
Yeah.
that's the hard work. But it's really not hard, dude. I've stripped copper from an entire building to go get dope. You know what I mean? Writing down in a notebook things that I've done. It's not hard. It's just like
You have to apologize to the building.
probably. I mean, you probably gotta go put the copper back in. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, that's hard to rewire a building. All the cars that I've stolen, I gotta go back to those people and be like, "Here's a brand new car. You get a
That's how
car.
Drew Carey
You
got
get a
his
car."
start.
Yeah, dude. That's him just working his steps.
Forget to spay and neuter your animals, folks.
Yeah.
One time I
Uh,
forgot to do that.
yeah. Yeah, but it's been good, dude. Like, like I caught 3 meetings the day before yesterday, 3 meetings before that.
Damn.
Like, it's cool, man. Like I try to go to as many meetings as I can. When I leave here today, I'll go to another meeting. 'Cause it's one of those things like my brain is constantly telling me we can get high one time. We can do this one time. You know what I mean? Like my brain's against me at all times. It thinks it's helping me out, but really it's like constantly trying to demise my situation. So
Sure.
I have to when you go to a group, when you go to a AA group or NA group, and you hear people share, you go, "Oh yeah, I'm going through that too," or "I went through that." Or a lot of times, like the group that I go to, it's like an old folks home. Like there's a lot of people in their 70s and shit with like 40 years sober.
Wow.
And in my head, I'm like, I can't imagine 40 years being sober, but if they can do it, shit, I can do it.
Yeah.
I was worried about going to the open mic, the first one that I went to. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I've never done comedy just stone sober. I've always at least like had a few drinks in me or smoked some weed at least, like or been completely blacked out. But I've never been sober, and like I had a great time, dude. I had
That's
a
awesome,
great
man.
time, man. It was cool seeing everybody.
Dude, I missed it by like 1 week.
Oh yeah, Griff was down here, seeing his mom like
No
the week before.
way.
Yeah.
That's gay, dude. Yeah, the halfway house wouldn't let me go to an open mic. I was like, they would let me go to work and shit, but I was like, well, comedy's kind of my job. They're like, are you getting paid? I'm like, no. What are you
Need
talking about?
experience.
Yeah,
Ian, can you give me $3
yeah,
for
it's,
this?
it's kind of like an apprenticeship, you know what I mean? You don't get paid until you do. But,
So what's the halfway house like?
the halfway house is kind of tripped out. So it's you're kind of free. I mean, it's a great term for it because you're halfway home,
Mhm.
but you're not. So like you get regular clothes, cool. You can go outside whenever, cool. You can go on passes. So like I would go to JPS for anything just to get out of there.
Mhm.
You can have tobacco products outside, but we weren't allowed to bring them in.
Yeah.
And so, but you're still like getting drug tested. Still got to be like, bedtime's 10 o'clock. Still in like a dorm situation. But like if you had a job, you could leave from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You just had to be back by 6. That way you could do your classes. And so I got a job immediately. And so, and the cool thing is like if you have a job, you can go on weekend passes. You can go home for 48 hours.
Wow.
And so like I try to spend as much time outside of that building as possible. But there's guys that fucked up in there. Like I couldn't imagine going, doing the county time, going to prison. Then you get out and you're at the halfway house. You got 2 months until you're home, and people would relapse in there and get caught, and then boom, you're back to prison.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got to start all over again.
Once you've done your initial sentence and then you get caught again, is it? What does that charge look like going back in?
So it depends. Like if you do your deal, go to the halfway house, and you relapse, right? Like let's say you just fail a drug test.
Mhm.
A lot of times they'll let you go back to that rehab prison bill for another 6 months. A lot of times they revoke your probation altogether. So then you gotta go do your full time, which mine's 2 years, right? Like if I fuck up, then I gotta go do 2 years.
Wow.
But there was some people in there that like one dude, he failed the drug test and took off. Boom, he left. And then I just saw on Facebook the day before yesterday that he got arrested for another theft charge. Like he got caught stealing again. So now not only is he going to get his probation revoked and have to do his original sentence, now he's got a whole nother felony charge on top of that.
Goodness gracious.
So like, yeah. I mean, it's sad, dude. Like when you see, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so gung ho about my 12 steps and like my sobriety now, is because I've seen people fuck up. And it's like, I already had to tell my son, Dad's got to go away for a little while, right? I couldn't imagine having to call him again and be like, hey, Dad fucked up again. Now I got to go away for
Fair.
longer. Like when I first got to the prison unit, sorry about that. When I first got to the prison unit, I'm laying down in my bunk. It's like the first night I'm there. And all of a sudden I smell burning paper. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look around and all of a sudden I see like 8 dudes come walking out of the shower and they're stoned as fuck. And I was like, oh shit, like they're getting high in there. But I don't know anybody, right? So like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I jump in on that? Like, hi, my name's Steven. Can I get high with y'all? So I was like, well, I'm not gonna do nothing. But after like a few days, you start getting to know people. You know what I mean? Like people realize I'm pretty cool. And so I remember like the 4th or 5th night, I see them all go in there. And that voice in my head was like, you should go ask them if you can hit it. They look like they're having a good time. You know what I mean? You should go ask them if you can smoke. And then all of a sudden I had this second thought hit my head that was like, is this why we came here? Did we come here to get high or did we come here to get our lives together? And so I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. Like, fuck it. I'm not going to do nothing.
Dude, I think you had a nice little conversation with our guy, the Holy Spirit.
The very next day they got busted. The very next day they got caught. And so not only did they revoke their shit, but they got a whole nother charge for bringing drugs into a prison facility.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, one of the guys too had completed his sentence, and that Thursday he was gonna go home, They dressed him out. They took him to the release deal, and it was during wintertime. So like there was like an ice storm in between here and Amarillo. So the van that was gonna pick him up couldn't come. And so they told him, they're like, all right, well, look, go back to the cell. Monday you'll leave. Right? You're done, but we just can't get you out of here yet. Monday you'll leave. And they got busted that Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, he'd done his time, dude. He was done. And because he wanted to, and it wasn't even weed, it was K2. Like it's not even like, it's like that's the drug that's super popular in there is K2. Because people can send in books, like you can have somebody send you a book and they'll just take a specific page and they'll spray it down with like synthetic shit. But like you don't know what you're smoking. You know what I mean? Like the guys that got caught, when they drug tested them, it came up positive for fentanyl. And so I was like, dude, could you imagine you want to get high a little bit in jail and you take a hit and all of a sudden you're dead because you couldn't not get high?
That's scary. Wow.
Yeah, dude, it was. And it was prevalent too. Like there was a lot of people in there getting high. A lot of people. But I was like, dude, I've already got like 3 months clean. Like I don't want to blow that. Plus, like that dude has to call his family now. Be like, hey, I know I was supposed to get out Thursday, but now I gotta go to prison even longer because I wanted to smoke some fake pot. Stupid.
Yeah, that's awful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, very funny, huh? Yeah, he thought this was all gonna be shits and gigs, huh?
I'm glad it's not.
I'm glad it's not.
This is a good, more touching episode.
Yeah, dude. It was all right though. Like
This is one of those episodes too, just like being locked in on every word.
Yeah, I did a lot of growing in there, man. Like I said, if that would have been me, I don't even know. Like it could have been 6 months before that. I would have been in that shower with them smoking. You know what I mean? But like, I had a realization moment when I was in county. 'Cause I don't know if y'all know this, but I was on Suboxone before I went into. It's like a synthetic opioid that they give you to get you off of opiates.
Okay.
So it's kind of like methadone.
Okay. Yeah.
And the withdrawal from that was so bad, dude. Like 2.5 weeks, I'm in county withdrawing my ass off, and like the jail guards don't give you nothing for it. They're not helping you out. Like it was the other inmates in there that were giving me their Tylenol and their ibuprofen. But for 2.5 weeks, I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was just in cold sweats. My whole body's aching. Like imagine having the flu, but like times 10, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oof.
And so it was such a rough withdrawal that like in the middle of that, I remember thinking like, I did this to myself. You know what I mean? Like I kind of deserve it. Like and once I got through it, once I came through that withdrawal, I remember thinking like, I'll never let myself get like that again, ever.
That's amazing.
Like, it was, yeah, dude, it was good. It was it's weird. They say you don't grow in comfortability. Like you only grow in discomfort.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about jail. It's very discomforting. it's not a comfortable place, dude.
Even with a boyfriend, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, look, dude, talk about uncomfortable, all right? I am as straight as they come. But when you go to another guy and you go, hey, did you eat lunch with them yesterday? You cheated on me with him? What the fuck? Dude?
What movie did you watch?
Yeah. Dude, you better not watch a movie without me. You know what's crazy? So, like, even TV shows are $2.70 per episode, and you only get to watch it for 2 days, right? We spent over $200 watching Bleach, an anime. When I'd calculate, we got to the 4th season, and I was like, I wonder how much money we've spent on this. When I did the calculations and it was over $200, I was like, that's ridiculous, dude. I'm spending $200 on.
Oh, is it like a cashless bail kind of thing?
Oh, there's no bailing out. You cannot bond out. Yeah. Where I was going is, no, you're stuck. You're stuck like Chuck. That's why when they tell me you got 50 more days in here, I could either get pissed off and start kicking the door, or I could go, there's nothing I could do about it. All right, 50 days ain't so bad. You know,
Yeah.
there's guys that are doing years in prison. There was a guy in the cell next to us that had done 19 years flat and then got this program. So after that 6 months, he was going to get out. He was like 36. He had been involved in a murder when he was 16, and it reformed his life though. Like he was a stand up dude, but you know he had all the neck tattoos. Like he was part of a prison gang and stuff like that while he was down. But he would talk to me. You know, me and him talked quite a bit, and he would tell me all the time. He's like, dude, you got this opportunity. Don't blow it. He goes, man, prison's not for nobody. Like there's some people that look tough. He goes, but prison sucks. like for everybody. Like there's nobody in here that's having a blasty blast. Like even me, I try to make the best of a situation,
Mm.
but it sucks, dude. This shit's for the birds. Like the fact that I miss the smell of a female. Like giving a girl a hug and just smelling their hair. Like I would daydream about like I can't wait to hug a girl.
Yeah.
Like not even getting pussy, dude. Just like can't wait to embrace a female. Like so many dudes in there that now if you're gay, I don't know, it might be different, but
It's not.
oh, I missed you.